I actually moved to Dubai on a holiday, 2 weeks holiday. And again, as I said, my nature is I'm either all in or all out, you know, and I fell in love with the place the first day. I came with someone that I grew up with, and we just both looked at each other and we knew that this was the place that we wanted to be. We partnered up, we got our heads down, we made sure that we gave out so many CVs. We went out for literally every day for 6 months straight to build connections, to build some kind of reputation, you know, to find opportunities for us to make money, you know, and it was really, really tough. Dubai, as glamorous as it was a really tough decision to say, right, we're gonna leave home, not go back and just kind of make a life with the clothes and the money that we had. And yeah, it was very tough. Amazing support from back home. The best that we could try and make this transition into a new life, one that was going to be very fruitful for us. You know, I had to quickly, you know, number one, acclimatize to the heat difference here whilst trying to play football, and also the fact that now, you know, I'd more or less given up my professional aspirations to be a professional in the UK, because now I was living in Dubai, and I was actually fortunate enough to play for a local team here, and I was there for 6 months. You know, got great experience, was welcomed into a family, couldn't speak the language, but you know, I felt like I was the actual adopted son of the country, you know, and they helped me fit in very well. They never left me out of anything. Although the sessions were, you know, spoken in Arabic, you know, I quickly became accustomed to the language and what certain terminologies meant in Arabic. And yeah, I stayed and enjoyed a very fruitful 6 months there. And then, you know, money started to run out again. So then I was back to the drawing board again, trying to figure out how I'm gonna, you know, eat, how I'm gonna sleep, where I'm gonna stay. And then that's where I started to discover, like, I'm quite business savvy, or I'd like to think I'm quite business savvy, and I acquired a training certification to become a PT. So, you know, I just had to kind of reinvent myself as a personal trainer, and that's where kind of my life in Dubai started. So I started to get into personal training. I started to play football less and less at a top level. Started to play in an expat league here, which was a league full of higher professionals than what I had reached. They were just coming fresh from the UK, so they were fit, they were hungry, they were very, very talented, and I found the competitive nature that I was searching for. And I was very happy, and you know, I had great stadiums that we played on, great pitches that we played on, and that kind of was enough. I was happy with that, and then earning money on the side through PT. That was what my bread and butter was for almost 7 years now. Although that the sport has now changed, I've transitioned from football now to boxing, the fundamentals are still the same in terms of, you know, my competitive nature. I don't like to lose. I always want to learn. I want to, you know, to take to something really well. I always want to be the best. So things I've learned, you know, through my time, how to adapt to different things. You know, I've learned core skills from football that I now use today in boxing. Boxing, I feel, is something that's very special to me, because I feel like I'm reliving all those moments that I ever failed, you know, as a young kid. And I don't mean failed as in didn't achieve something, but all the times where I could have made a better decision. I see that in my opponents now, in me being able to turn that around and saying, right, you know, I'm gonna win this fight, and this fight is a representation of me overcoming a situation where I didn't feel, you know, I made the best decisions when I was growing up. Boxing is something that's very, very passionate. It holds so much value for me. I have 2 children, and boxing is a place where it's very tunnel vision. My drive comes from my children. You know, I fight for my children to be able to give them a better life, to make sure that they're not needing anything. And for the most part, you know, I'm able to do that, and I just want to see how far I can take boxing, and see, you know, where does this journey take me next. You know, age considering, I picked up the sport very late. You know, you've got some kids that have been fighting, you know, the style of boxing since they were 6. You know, I picked up boxing at 29, but I believe in stories, I believe in miracles, and I know how I'm set as a character with my hard work and dedication. I know that I'm able to achieve great things. So I'm here in Dubai now, running my businesses and trying to improve as a boxer, and seeing where, you know, that can take me. Social media is huge in Dubai, and you know, through all of my experiences, I've come to realize that there's There's the business, and then there's the marketing behind the business. So I'm very heavy on social media. I try to be as active as I can. I connect with loads of children through the work that I do in the communities here in Dubai. I'm also an avid gamer, so I use my social media to be able to, tell my story, to be able to let the kids have something that they may want to look up to. And yeah, social media is everything in the Middle East, and especially in boxing. You don't necessarily have to be the greatest boxer nowadays. As long as you've got the right marketing behind you, as long as your branding is solid, you can combine the two to be able to get noticed, and kind of that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm using my current ability and my notoriety with social media here within the Middle East to try and push the envelope on becoming a professional boxer. And who knows what could happen next, but I guess that's what this journey is about. Yeah, I hope you stay with me through this journey, show you the ins and outs of my life, the ups and the downs, win, lose or draw. Nothing is ever a loss, you always learn. And yeah, that's what I want to portray, that's what I want to give the kids. So I hope you stay tuned to wherever this boxing journey may take me. And yeah, thank you for your time.